So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
What's up YouTube, this is Joe from ZW Games and I'm bringing to you guys a deck profile which is a very special one to me. It's because this used to be a deck that one of my old friends used to play, who doesn't really play the game anymore, and I believe I got the deck off him. In fact, there's a tech card in here that I know for a fact that I got off him. Now it is, as you can see, Aliens. Now Aliens did get a few support cards, one being a extra deck monster in the forms of Alien Shock Trooper Mighty Frame, and a main deck spell card, which really boasts the consistency of this deck. This is a very fun deck. It has a lot of good strong plays that it can perform, and it even has a way to just blanket negate the opponent's field very easily. Which is really cool, and I can't wait to share this deck profile with you guys. So before I do, if you enjoy this, give us a like, give us a subscribe down below. All that really does help us out a lot. We're doing a lot of content here on the channel and off the channel in the forms of like decks, deck profiles, combos, reviews, and even podcasts. So if you enjoy, check all of that out, and if you do, give us those thumbs up and subscribe button pushes. So let's get into that profile. Heck, I'm even using the sleeves that I got off my friend many years ago. As you can see, some of them are battered up, but thanks to these oversized, they can fit very nicely and stay very protective. So this is a really cool deck. I really enjoy Aliens. I really enjoy the concept of them. I think they're a really cool design. I kind of wish that they got more support, or just better generic reptile support. Reptile is very underrated. So to start off with the monsters, we are playing the 3 Alien Shock Troopers. You could drop this down to 2, but I want to play 3, so I want to have those copies in my deck that I can summon onto the field and get my Link and Xyz plays going. Next we have 3 copies of Alien Dog. This is just a nice free summon. Whenever you normal summon Alien, you can special summon this card from your hand. When you do, place 2 A counters on a face-up monster your opponent controls. It did kind of suck before that he was level 3, so you rarely used it. But now that one of our best plays is our Link monster, it's a nice, good free summon that is actually viable in the deck. 2 copies of Alien Kid. I would play 3, but I've only got 2 copies, unfortunately. I may have to try and pick up a 3rd one. But Alien Kid is very nice just because if you end on your board with this, you can essentially negate everything, because this guy puts an A counter on anything that your opponent special summons. And I'll explain later on how you can just like blanket negate any monster that they essentially special summon. And we have 2 copies of Alien Warrior. This is one of my favorites because I really love the design of it. When this card is destroyed, you get to put A counts on the monster to destroy it. An 1800 beats it, and that's level 4. Very nice. And 3 copies of Alien Ammonite, the only tuner in the archetype. Kind of wish they got another one, but at the same time, Alien Ammonite's just fine enough. It's kind of like the Junk Synchro, normal list, special summon Alien from the graveyard, bring back a level 4, you can go into your Synchro. And then this is the one that helps you blanket negate everything, and that is Alien Mars. Alien Mars, I thought never really thought about it much until I watched a dual video of Alien versus Dragoon in one of the OCG channels I'm subscribed to, and the guy was just saying a combo of this and Alien Kid, and even this and like the new spell card to essentially negate everything your opponent controls. So he's kind of like a Destiny Hero Plasma, in the sense that while he's on the field, the effects of face-up monsters with A counters are negated. So if you can just freely get the A counters on your opponent's field, Alien Mars is just going to negate all of them. It doesn't activate, it's just continuous. So combo this with the Alien Kid. Since they press summon, Alien Kid puts the A counter on it, and then Mars just negates it. Like, it's just absolutely crazy. It's a cool tech card I really enjoy playing in the deck at the moment. To help you with your Link players, we're playing the 1 copy of Kage to Kage. It's a free reptile, it's just a free summon. You can play more copies if you want to, but I choose to just play 1 of it. And then for your main deck Alien boss monsters, wearing 2 copies of Alien Overlord. It's just an easy free summon for the deck. Remove 2 key counters, summon this, and then you can start distributing more A counters. So if you don't know what Alien Overlord does, is that you can remove 2 A counters from anywhere in the field to person this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can place 1 A counter on each face-up monster your opponent controls. If a monster with an A counter battles an alien, it loses 300 attack and defense for each A counter on it during damage calculation. You can only control 1 Alien Overlord. A few of the aliens in the deck do have that attack reduction effect. I believe Alien Kid has it as well, and so does I think Alien Warrior. So start distributing more counters and having more monsters of this with the effect on the attack reductions does stack. So your monster's attack can drop very, very quickly. And this is the personal tech, kind of like the memorial tech that I play. And that is 1 copy of the Alien Mother. Nice ulti Alien Mother. So Alien Mother isn't really one that people play, but again, I'm playing it for the sentimental value. She is a level 6 reptile with 2300 attack. Now, if this card destroys a monster with an A counter on it by battle, and sends it to the graveyard, special summon destroy a monster to your side of the field at the end of the battle phase. When this card is removed from the field, all monsters that were special summoned by its effects are destroyed. So luckily, she just doesn't give them back. She takes them down with her. This is kind of like a nice way to steal your opponent's monsters as well. 2300 attack isn't too big, but bear in mind that she's just only level 6. But with the attack reductions that some of the aliens had, like Alien Overlord, she will be able to beat over opposing threats. So that's it for the monsters. Moving on to spells, starting off with the brand new spell card, which is A Cell Recombination Device. Just had to try and read that one there. So this is a really good spell for the deck, like absolutely really good for the deck. Is that you can target a face-up monster on the field. Send 1 alien monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, place A counters on that monster equal to the level of the sent monster. During your main phase, second turn this card was sent to the graveyard. You can banish this card from the graveyard, add 1 alien from deck to hand. Voter for the deck, a way to distribute A counters, and a way to get monsters into the graveyard, which you will get to later on in the forms of the Link monster. Really good card, you gotta play it free. If you want to, you can play things like Foolish Burial, just send it to the graveyard to have a next turn rotor, but in all honesty, you're best to just use this and then use the effect from grave. Another way to get monsters on the field while also removing threats is in the forms of Mysterious Triangle. Destroy a monster on the field with A counter and then special summon a alien from your deck. Very, very good card. And then we have 3 copies of the Unexpected Die. This is a nice way to get an alien on the field through your Shock Trooper. I'm taking in 1 copy of Code A Ancient Ruins. I still think it's a pretty good card, but I only play it as a one-of. It's just a way to get monsters back from the graveyard. You have many ways now to distribute A counters, so being able to just remove some and get a monster back from your grave for Link play or Synchro play or NXT's play, very, very good. 1 copy of Monster Reborn because it's nice and generic. And this is another tech that I'm personally playing, and that is in the forms of Link Burst. Now this card came out recently in the latest set, and there's a normal spell with an effect that reads target 1 Link monster you control and 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy them, then draw 1 card. You can only activate 1 Link Burst per turn. Now, I'm only saying this just because this was used in the anime, and the way that it seemed to work is that even if it doesn't kill the opponent's monsters, so long as it kills 1 of them, you get to draw the card. So I'm not sure if that is actually how it works IRL. So if you know exactly how it does, post it down in the comments down below. But either way, it's just a nice way to trigger your Link monster, because it does have a destruction effect. So in people's playtesting, I've seen they just like ram it into something that's bigger. I kind of like want to be able to pop it before that, so I'm taking in this card because it's new and it seems to be pretty good, and it is a form of consistency in a way. Moving on to trap cards, probably like one of the most busted cards in the deck is Planet Pollutant Virus. So tribute 1 alien monster. Destroy all face-up monsters without A counters your opponent controls until the end of your opponent's 3rd turn. After this card activation, place 1 A counter on each monster they summon. Very, very nice card. One of the most powerful virus cards in the game, and it's in probably one of the least used decks in the game. So Pollutant Virus is a very, very good card. Normal trap card, which we'll get to later on. Very, very strong card. You've got to play this card at 3. I'm playing 2 copies of Interdimensional Warp. Kind of like an in-themed creature swap of the deck. Is that you can set a monster your opponent controls and a monster with 8. Set 1 monster you control and 1 monster with an A counter your opponent controls. Switch control of those monsters. Very nice card. I like how you get to choose him. It's not like creature swap where your opponent gets to choose him, but very, very nice card. And both of these cards are searchable through Trap Trick. I'm playing 2 copies of Trap Trick because I kind of want to see Planet Pollutant a bit more quickly than whereas I normally do. I just play 1 Trap Trick. But you can play this card at 3 if you want to, but I kind of like the space that I got. I kind of had to make this a 40 card deck. So I'm playing 2 Trap Tricks. So I'm also playing 2 copies of Phantom Knight's Fogblade. You're probably thinking, what? Why are you playing this? So I'm playing Fogblade because it combos very well with your Synchro monster, which then you can bounce spells and trap cards on the field to distribute A counters. So being able to bounce this through your Synchro is a very, very nice play. I can't remember if this was here on the banners. If it is, just take it out and put in another thing that you want to play. But as far as I remember, Fogblade wasn't hit. So that's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra, we've got 2 copies of the Alien Shock Trooper Mighty Frame. It is M Frame in the TCG, but it is actually Mighty Frame in OCG, and I'm just kind of used to saying that, and it sounds cooler. So this card does like everything for aliens. So it has a link to 1900 attack, just takes 2 reptile monsters. With a quick effect, you can discard 1 monster. Place A counters equal to its original level on face-up monsters on the field. Distribute as you wish. If this card is destroyed by battle or a card effect and sent to grave, you can special some non-link reptile monsters with different names from your graveyard up to the number of monsters your opponent controls. With A counters, you can use each effect of Shock Trooper Mighty Frame once per turn. This card is great for the deck. Just such an easy way to distribute A counters and essentially being a soul charge when it is destroyed. One card that you can tech in this deck as well is a card that I just recently picked up, and that is Snake Rain, which is a Foolish Burial for 4 for just a 3 discard. Discard a card just to send 4 reptiles from deck to grave. Combo that with Mighty Frame, you can get a great big revival depending on the amount of monsters your opponent controls. So I'm also playing 1 Reptilian Ekanada. So this is another new card. It is for the mostly for the Reptilian archetype, but it kind of works for this deck as well. It just takes 2 monsters, including a reptile monster. If this card is linked summon, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Change its attack to 0. During your main phase, if your opponent controls a monster or monsters with 0 attack, you can add reptile monsters with different names from your deck to your hand up to the number of monsters your opponent controls with 0 attack. Also, you can not special some monsters from the extra for rest of the turn, except reptile monsters. Most of our main plays in the deck, themed wise, are reptile anyway. So being able to just make this, change something to 0, search your Ammonite, normal your Ammonite, make your Synchro, start popping and dealing big damage. Very, very nice card. It's just a nice tech that I'm playing in the deck. For the other link monsters, you obviously got your Nightmare, Cerberus and Phoenix. I'm playing the 1 Triple Burst Dragon as well. This can be Nightmare Unicorn if you want to, and I'm playing 1 Warlord Dragon. Be any link for you. Why not go with Warlord, just because he's overall a good card. Moving on to Synchros, we're playing the 2 copies of Cosmic Vulture's Golgar. Yes, one of them is ulti as well. I love it. Your main Synchro that you're going to be making is just a level 5 that just takes Alien Ammonite and 1 non-tuner Alien monster. Bounce cards. Bounce spells and trap cards on the field to your hand, distribute A counters, and you can remove A counters to pop monsters, basically. Very, very good card, very, very nice card. The one you're going to be making the most. But I'm saying 1 Trishula. You can make Trishula quite easily in this deck, just because of the way that your levels are. And then for the Xyz monsters, we're playing obviously 1 King of Feral Imps. No reptile deck will be a deck without it. Number 41 Babushka, just to help you stall out a little bit. 1 copy of Dialectical Emerald, just to be able to shuffle cards back. And then we're playing a small Utopia package in the forms of Utopia and Lightning. Just a nice way to just beat over things that you can't beat over. Ideally, if you want to, you can play things like the full Utopia package in the forms of Utopia Double. That's another thing you can play as well. That's the good thing about the Alien deck, is that it is quite versatile. You can take it out as much as you like. So there's that. So guys, hope you enjoyed this. Leave your comments down below what you think of this and what do you play in your Alien deck. I'd like to hear your thoughts as well. So till next time guys, as always, happy dueling.